Does it piss you off that when you were playing for the Giants, they never won?
We had some good seasons. We went to one Super Bowl.
Right, but then when you leave, they win.
Well, you know what? It's time for everybody, right? An athlete, you look great. On field, you're still putting up great seasons. In the ring, you're still, you look fantastic. Your body's in great shape. But right? You know that you've missed that step, or if you've lost that step, and it's going to fall off that cliff pretty quickly. That happened to me.
Well, that was the question about you, because did you retire too early? That's what a lot of people ask.
Fans think you retired too early.
From a fan perspective, probably. Because I could have given you a couple 1,400-yard seasons, and honestly, Howard, being in New York, I didn't see you here a lot, but I was doing media for 10 years. I was right down the hallway doing Sirius with my brother, and all these other things
were going
and they were becoming more interesting to me.
Yeah.
And so I lost a passion to do what I was, made a professional career out of, because I was getting beat up. I couldn't go home and play with my kids because my knees were hurting and my body was aching. And so I said, I got all these other opportunities. Let me do that. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't think we were close as a team to winning a Super Bowl.
As a New York Giant, you had a lot of goodwill, in the sense that, hey, you're a great player, people love you, this and that. So when you retire, you become critical of Eli Manning. You're an honest guy. You said, screw it. I'm going to talk about what you felt that Eli wasn't playing up to snuff.
It wasn't even about him playing up to snuff, because he was gradually and almost exponentially getting better every year after year after year.
But you were frustrated with him.
Because, of course I was.
Yeah.
Of course, because I was 31 years old, and at the end of my career, and we were starting Kurt Warner, who was leading us on a great season, Eli's first year, and then we replaced him. And all of a sudden, now at 28, 29, I'm starting over with a rookie quarterback who's we know he's going to get there, because he has the pedigree, but whatever. It was a stupid comment.
Right.
I was trying.
What was the comment you made?
I was saying that Eli's leadership skill is because the way he talks and the way his manner is, it's funny. Right? It's not. I'm not
He's
saying
awkward and
I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. It's entertaining, right?
Right.
We'd shoot basketball in the with our tape balls after we did our ankles, and we'd try to shoot it into the the trash can, and we'd always be rejecting each other and stuff like that. One day I'm shooting at Eli, butt ass naked, comes and just rejects it right in my face. I'm like, what are you doing, Eli? But it was funny, right? But that was how he engaged with folks.
But wasn't there a
2 days later? 2 days later,
right?
Whichever one of these beat brag guys goes to Eli and says, Tiki said your leadership ability is comical.
Oh, dear.
Right. It was taken out of context.
Taken unbelievably out of context, and he responded to it. Right?
What did he say?
Tiki's made that transition. He's in the media. He doesn't, he's forgotten. Whatever it was, it didn't matter.
Right.
It created two silos, my silo and Eli's silo.
Did you call him?
I called him the next day.
And did you get a hold of him?
I did not get a hold of him. I called him the next day and said, Eli, I apologize. That did not come out the way it was supposed to. I did not mean any offense. And we were fine. It became a media storm for a week, 2 weeks. And then they go through the season, the ups and downs of that 2007 season. We all remember it. They were playing horribly at the end of the year, and then they hit that spark.
Right.
They
gelled.
Exactly.
They
played the New England Patriots in the preseason and the regular season, end of the season. They lost, but they hung with them. Right. And it gave them confidence and an ability, a belief that they could play with anybody. They carried that through the playoffs and then beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Because the Giant fans booed you at some point.
They still boo me.
Yeah, right. Because they consider you a guy who ratired too early. They're mad at you for protecting your body and retiring too early.
Exactly. And I missed the Super Bowl. It's like a Shakespearean play.
Are you hurt by that? Does that affect your life?
Not really.
When you walk around the street, do Giant fans say to you, hey, Tiki, fuck off?
No, actually, Giants fans say, I appreciate what you did for us. I think time has made them realize, you know what, I was just a great player. And the only thing that ever hurts me is when people are ignorant and say things like, you sucked, or you were horrible, or whatever, that diminished what I accomplished as a player and what I did for the New York Giants for 10 years.